Karens ruin everything. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. I'm upset with this woman now. Not Tabitha, the fucking dickhead. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd is formed at the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! I am loving the drip, you two. The drip? The drip? Goodness, girls! You look fabulous. Hey. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Caleb Kane to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it, trust us. All right, shall we? Look at that face. Also, Gretchen does not... Why is he standing like that? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It is lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. Oh god, what was his voice? No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he could be a little gruff at times. Mr. Mayor, something serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmur stirs in the crowd behind you to relay as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. It's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. Can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with a mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Is that a Jaws reference? That feels like a Jaws reference. Sorry. You're very well spoken. I can see how you got elected, Mr. Mayor. It's not just the fancy words that get you elected, human. It's hard work, dedication, and that unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I just had something they lacked. The humans knew it, the dogs knew it. Well, most of the dogs. There's still a few hearts I never won. His gaze briefly falls on Gretchen, who huffily turns away. That's how she... I've heard enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl the woods so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, have you even heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair to me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. She has a good point, Mr. Mayor. Not gonna lie. You're goddamn right I do. Scraps would have been out in the woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing at the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet he is posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen, get out of my head! Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy.
Whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle.
Mr. Franklin, I think now is a good time to dispose of this riff-raff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor.
I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along.
Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate! Ne'er-do-well! You dog! Kanika is quick to follow. Goodbye, Mayor. I'd tip my hat to you if I had one. Sheesh. Imagining that the dogs are just barking at each other and I'm they think that I'm pretending to talk to them because I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't really know, to be honest. Sorry. I know I keep pointing out Stella's hip and butt. I am a lowly creature, all right? I know I shouldn't objectify her that way, but her booty on pop. Her booty on absolute skibbity riz toilet gat. Is that how you say it? She's a very attractive drawing. Oh God, it's a Mormon. Oh, he is creepy. Okay. Huh. Alright. Before you can catch up to your companions, you are intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. This is the scariest looking face I've ever seen on a person. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Sounds like old Gretchen. I gotta give him a different voice. Hold on.
Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have had some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you call him Kate. Everyone's been buzzing about you. So I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know Pearl Ann's in hell.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead.
People in this town seem to think there's something wrong with People in this town seem to think there's something wrong with you. I can't fucking imagine why, you absolute critter.
Are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor, but it's really funny. Anyway, I thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk through your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing, or your mother's passing for that matter.
I'm not really religious.
There's no need to have a religious background. Counseling is much more about giving people the opportunity to be heard. I'm not really trying to convert you or anything. I just want to help support the fine folks of this community and their families in any way I can. That includes you. No pressure, of course, but if you ever feel like you're struggling, could use a good listener, you know where I'm at, or you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you. You have a blessed day, Calicore.
The pastor leaves you and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Yeah, he's weird. Not necessarily. Oh my God! Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? Everyone in frame is so dreadfully attractive right now. Even Gretchen. Especially Gretchen. I want him to hold me and tell me everything's all right. God, what I wouldn't give. God, what I wouldn't give. Oh my God. Poor Rosalina, I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication. I'm not sure how she's gonna feel when that wears off. It was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. We're here for you, man. Thank you. All of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taken my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I better get it going. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to me. Sorry, you can do whatever you want. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there's some big bus accident on the highway and they need the beds, so I gotta come and pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted, the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And made Jimmy days happening. Sorry. I'm a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, if you need to relieve stress, I can help. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and then she'll be able to go back to her old room as soon as she got back. It's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are gonna have to wait till nightfall. I'll bust you at night! I'm not even sure we can get rid of it all. So I think I need to see it for myself. I need to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times. So I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship on our side. Fuck yeah, dude. Why did you give me a glare, Kanika? Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. It's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. Should be dark by the time I get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. I miss him. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out of the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we could get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh, you're not gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Should we tell him? I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go! Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I invited Tabitha to go ghost hunting with us. You invited her even after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Stella, last night was a disaster. For all we know, Tabitha just escalated. No, sorry. Tabitha helped. I mean, she didn't want to help at first. Tabitha is great in company. Listen, my cousin needs to not be alone right now. I'm not gonna lie. I really need you guys to support her on this one. She's going through a tough time, okay? Let's just be chill. Kanika sighs. All right, it happened. Let's not get into it. Again. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. What about Avery? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Fucking face. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. That's all I really have to say. I met him. He has been met. I have no opinions on the man. he has been met. He's a little creepy.
Wow, really? I always thought he makes a memorably skin-crawling first impression.
Yeah, he does have the tendency to stick in people's minds for one reason or another, and they're almost never good reasons. The man was grinning all the way through my dad's funeral. As far as I'm concerned, he's a ghoul. And I don't mean in the stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just a little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him.
That's exactly how I would describe it. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, it must be pretty lonely.
He can look for friends somewhere else. Wonder if he's, like, cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me. The way everyone dislikes him seems excessive, like unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We should be allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. So about the mayor. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town! Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs.
We get a few. Who all come to see the mayor? The plot thickens.
Head to Reese's. Alright. I've complained enough about the mayor. Fuck that guy, man. All mayor dogs are bastards. Yep.
Alright, shall we head out?
Yes. The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Cool. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms from the hilltop. Though it's only the early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us?
There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get.
Sorry about that, guys.
Just extra time you get to spend together.
Okay. What if she yells at us? Is that Reese or her? Holy fuck, you're skinny. The door swings open. Oh, that's Reese! You look a lot like your mom. Wow, you are really, really, really thin. Woof. They also gave you a V here. I can't tell if that's to be sexy, but all I am is worried. What? Ah, man. Okay. How you doing, buddy? What voice should I give him? Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Callum Kane, right? I heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Callum Kane updates. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Oh god, what voice did I give her? I actually don't remember. Hold on, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat right now. I genuinely don't remember the voice I gave her. I'm going to my own video. I'm going to my own video to see what the voice I gave her. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I gave her like a thick, like southern accent. Okay, so Reese should also have a southern accent. Are they here already? Wow, they do look very similar. I knew you'd show up early, Stella. You brought the dog. Great.
Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden.
The dog stays outside.
But
it's okay, Stella. We can just let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know, I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards the van. Okay. You keep her safe from that monster, Callum Kane, you hear? Don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Yes, ma'am. Well, what about you, Callum Kane? You coming in? Sure. Sure. I don't see why not. I mean, I'm not gonna say this dog doesn't like you. That would be weird and rude. So I will just take it as a mental warning that there's something off about Reese, which is not that surprising because he is sick. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. Well, this is awkward. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen? I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, you can leave my house and go about your business. I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. Wow, that is a sharp eyebrow. Me too, girl. I'm going to edit our faces side by side. How close is it, do you think? Anyway. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You don't even know we're here. Yay! Reese's room. Reese's room. Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. You make your way towards the basement stairs. There's Pinhead. Wow. Wow. Oh, you even drew, look at this. Oh, that's so cool. He drew like a shadow monster in the corner. Why would you do that to yourself, man? The basement is what you might describe as a tortured artist. Expect out of a tortured artist who spends all of his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kinda overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. I guess I'll start at the top here. Your mom really looks out for you. It's one way to look at it, I guess. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition's been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's just kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. It's like you said, she's just looking out for me. Flirt? I don't really think she's kinda hot. That is true. But I don't think I can call your mom hot. I have to wonder if isolating you from your friends is really, looking out for you. Yeah, I agree. I don't think she does that. She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday. She didn't even... Holy shit, your fingernails, dude! Cut them, oh my god. She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything.
Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. I'm not gonna lie, it felt weird.
I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so, okay, I guess that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Is this like Munchausen's by proxy or something? Like, what is going on here? Yeah, what are you sick with? I'm really curious. I know it's kind of rude to ask, but I need to know. Jesus, Callum Kane, just coming out with that one, huh? You don't have to talk about your illness, Reese. That's okay. I've come with the terms the way the rest of my life's gonna be.
Ha! You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death.
I hope not.
You haven't, right?
Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it keeps getting worse. I can barely keep most of my food down. My skin always itches like there's worms crawling beneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure, but I'm definitely not gonna get better. Whatever time I have left is gonna be pretty miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future's unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that is some real nihilistic shit.
We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendships heal all wounds, right?
Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my heart. I'm doing fine, really.
Yeah, what is your diagnosis?
I'm afraid the answer isn't very illuminating, because it's not really one particular thing. It's just kind of a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to a big diagnosis of bad genes. Genes I pulled the losing card in the... guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. Hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it's just weird, like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right?
Whoa! Does that not hurt?
No, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition.
Your art! Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brush strokes acting as steel bars trapping the anguish within. I can feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish.
I know what you mean, I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. When they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out. All the vile things inside me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. Rather not let these particular feelings back in.
Sounds kind of like therapy.
That seems healthy, probably.
Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad, right?
I think so. Works for me, at least. Fucking... So, Stella tell you everything that's happened the past couple days?
It's pretty bad.
Oh, she told me all about what you guys found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement.
Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights?
The dog isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to...
There's nothing to apologize for. I appreciate the effort. I really do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. The die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? What are your thoughts on the ditchlings? They've been coming up to my window at night.
Wait, really? Is that why you texted me what they looked like, if they looked like something out of your nightmares?
Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yeah, that's about right, I'd say. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What is it? Does it mean they've been lurking? What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. I agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think about Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Calicore, being all mysterious and ominous. Oh yeah, the slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. Yeah, what do you think of Tabitha, by the way? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if it wasn't like that towards everyone else, or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. Nah, she's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet, and she can do a mean kickflip. I'll pass. Thanks. You think the town is doomed? Hey, Reese. Think the town's doomed? I think everything's probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. Could be right in on mainstream and the street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, I hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. It's quite a movie collection you got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Have you heard of Shino-Chi? Death Blood? Saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking it up right now. Anyway, no, I've never heard of that. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner, if you guys were interested. Dang, I'd usually be down, but we gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised to Ghostbust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. I feel like if we should really be there for him tonight, considering that everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Callum Kane. I could probably work tomorrow. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. I know you can't, but do you want to come coast hunting with us? Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best of luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stellar. I want to see everything that happens. Aw, that's really sad. I don't know what's going on with Reese, but I have two theories. One is that Reese is being poisoned by his mom because she controls all his food, which would be very strange. Or two, B, is that he is cursed by something. A lot of these paintings look very reminiscent of the vibes going on in this town right now, and I feel like it might have something to do with that. But I don't know. He might just be sick. You know? The world's weird. People get sick. It happens. You guys go way back. Almost to the womb. The school here has a tiny K through 12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We were lucky we all got along so much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. Bro's got that chronic wasting sickness. Oh God. Isn't there there's a sickness where, like, is it like Crohn's or no? Crohn's is like gut stuff. Oh God. Number GX! I really wish that didn't play every time I opened Opera GX.
They just happen to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through the whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. She was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that.
Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school.
Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though.
God, they really do not like each other. There's some fucking animosity between those two. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, that would be incredible. Though I should warn you, I work hard at weird hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But that's not a deal breaker. I could use a model other than myself and, to have some company.
Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table!
Guess that's it for catching up.
I like Reese. Reese is cool. Reese seems neat. Make sure you wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc.
Yes, ma'am.
You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. You felt this before in the dusty tunnels that you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it.
Boy, that's a lot of options, but none of them don't say don't open the door. A lot of them say open the door. In fact, I think,
I can snap myself out of it. Interesting. I want to know what's behind that door, but the fact that this is the off option for being mystical makes me want to click it. You do your best to snap out of it, turning to the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Well, that's gonna bug the fuck out of me. I should have saved before that. Fuck. Well, we move forward. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite of you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pails? She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to bring my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste and brand. If you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipe. Look at her face. That is a face of dejection right there. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it.
You didn't tell me they came by yesterday.
You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up.
But you could have told me.
Why? They were coming over today anyway.
I would just rather know these things.
Noted. That sounds like a horror. Okay, I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna save. I just really want to know. I just really want to know what happens if I say that. Yeah, Munchausen's? The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? Silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody's making eye contact with anybody else.
you so hell-bent on keeping your son from seeing his friends? I'm his doctor and his mother. I know what he needs better than anyone, and I don't appreciate some stranger who met him less than a half an hour ago trying to tell me how to take care of him. You know, Doc, I feel fine. I mean, fine as usual. It's not perfect or anything, but I don't think seeing my friends is the kind of effect that you think it would. It's been really nice, actually.
Hear that? Reese can hang out with friends again. If you're still feeling okay after dinner, maybe you could even come up ghost hunting with... Ow! Jeez, Kanika! The fuck was that for?
You can't do that, Kanika. You're allowed... Well, here's the thing. I am all about respecting people in their home. She is the head of her household. I get it. She made us food. That's awesome. However, something's off about this woman. Something's real off about this woman. Don't push it, Stella. Just say that next time instead of kicking me. Your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We totally are respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They're not arbitrary. These rules are in place for a good reason. Tell me how you feel in an hour when the exhaustion catches up to you, Reese. You'll be knocked out all evening and regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret being able to see the other people for the first time in months. I don't care what happens, it was worth it. The more you talk, the less you feel like having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Reese is a very talented artist. You must be proud of him. He has a lot of skill honed through practice and dedication. Can't say I understand his pieces, but of course I am proud. Thanks, Doc. It's weird that he doesn't call her mom. Or like her name. Doc is very removed. Yeah, why does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find a happy ending anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy if bad things happen to them. I guess denial is living in happiness, sure. What does he have? I'm not poisoning my son, so you can stop with the thinly veiled accusations. He's a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into. A lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to hear it again, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Oh, shit. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Callum Kane is still in town. We'll see after see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. That's so sad! Oh, Reese! I don't even know how to gauge this situation because I don't think it's fair to accuse her of poisoning her son. He might just genuinely have like an autoimmune disease that like makes it so that he needs to stay home. Like that is normal and fine. But her attitude around it is so mysterious. It's weird. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in a basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom to have friends over. Uh-oh. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain, wrapping himself up in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silences Kelly. Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this.
That was when he needs friends the most.
No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. I know it, and he knows it too. But all any of y'all would do is get in the way. So, just leave. Please. Yeah, don't think we don't know something's up here. Yeah, wait, do we? I don't care what you think, I just want you out so I can take care of my son. Yeah, he did seem fine before dinner. That's weird. The three of you were rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese! Hope you feel better soon. Well, that was awkward. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of the lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God, she wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? There's another one of those carvings in there. I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around there, are we? I want to poke around so bad! I'm tired of questions. Give me my answers! Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Callum Kane got. Do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? Oh, your eyeball. I wish I could just grab it and kind of like, script. Just script. A little bit, you know? Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it? Makes much more sense if it's a genetic condition, assuming there isn't any foul play. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. She has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for the both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and go. The sun is setting and we won't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street.